Welcome here, Punch Out Boxing. I am delighted to be here with Joey Abudy, all the way from sunny California on his rest day, Sunday. How are you, Joey?
I'm doing good, feeling good.
So, Joseph, you're actually the first American I've got to speak to who's going to be entering into this epic tournament, the WBC Grand Prix, just over a month away. So thanks for your time. So I just wanted to introduce you to the fans. Punch Out Boxing, we've got a large worldwide following. So, but I don't think many of us would have heard of you yet, because like most
Uh-huh.
novice pros, just starting out, being a pro for a couple of years, I see. But could you just tell us a bit about your boxing background? Looks like you had quite the amateur pedigree.
Yeah, so I started back in 2017. I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. From that point till the end of my amateur career, I finished with maybe 50, 60 amateur fights. I won local Golden Gloves. USA Boxing National tournaments. I finished ranked number two in the country at 147 as an amateur when I before turning pro. I won the WBC Elite Amateur Championship belt. I've yeah had just a lot of amateur experience within I think like 4 or 5 years. I was doing it and just yeah stayed busy.
Yeah, that is some pedigree. It's quite something to get to the US national finals, especially in a division like welterweight, which is always been one of the hottest divisions.
Yeah,
So, yeah, incidentally, whereabouts in California are you based?
I'm in like Los Angeles, South Los Angeles
Uh-huh.
area. My gym's like in Hawthorne, California, Lawndale area. So kind of close to LAX.
Yeah, so obviously LA's got a great tradition there, especially for those fighters of Mexican descent. You half
Yeah.
reminded me when you came on camera of a certain Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh yeah, I
Do
get
you get
that.
that at all?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I get that from a lot of people.
And hey, listen, if you could be half the fighter he was, you're onto a winner. So
Yeah.
yeah, you had that great amateur pedigree. Did you ever have ambitions for maybe going for the Olympics, or did circumstances not work out?
I did at one point, but things just didn't really work out. That was back in 2020. I was still like fairly new to the game. That was my first ever like national experience. So we went after the Olympics. We didn't make the Olympic team that year, but I just got straight back to it. I needed more time as an amateur. I got a lot better from then till the end of my career. So yeah, it just that's about it. Like the following year, like okay, so basically it wouldn't have made sense for me to stay amateur any longer than I I did, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. I think absolutely did the right thing. Obviously, your generation, you were hit by that horrible COVID period, which
Hmm.
slowed everyone's down. But yeah, I mean, here in Europe, a lot of people they do this insane thing where they stay in the amateurs and then they turn professional when they're like over 30. I think
Yeah,
you're old now. I mean, and the
yeah,
professional game's harder. So you did the
exactly.
right thing. Get in there while you're young. So yeah, you've been pro for a couple of years. You've had 6 fights. What's it like as a pro, a young pro there? I mean, are you a full-time pro? Do you have to have a day job? How does it work?
I work a part-time job right now, and then I also like teach classes at the boxing gym. I work with little kids,
Hmm.
but for the most part, my main focus is boxing. Um, I get a lot. I get like fights out here. I've been a pro for 2 years. Just my main focus is training and fighting right now. But like I said, um, where I'm at right now in my career, it doesn't pay the best, so I need to do some other things to make some money too.
Yeah, hey, listen, it's normal. Certainly here in the UK, where boxing is absolutely thriving, but even still, the majority of guys they got to do something on the side until you get those big title fights.
Yeah,
So that might be, a couple of years later. But hey, listen, it's all good. Um, so yeah, but being based in LA, I'm guessing you get the opportunity to spar with a lot of top guys. I mean, California is such a hotbed of talent.
yeah, yeah. We a lot of good sparring out here. A lot of champions are out here training, so I've gotten the opportunity to spar like a lot of good people, and it's just good work here, good training, good environment.
Can you give us a little insight? Who's the best guy you've ever sparred with?
Best guy I've sparred with. I've sparred with a lot of like good people who are just their styles are different. I wouldn't say like one's better than the other. I've sparred with I used to spar with him a lot back in the day when he just turned pro and like when I just kind of turned amateur. Jose Valenzuela, Rio.
Hmm.
He was he just lost his title to Gary Russell,
Yeah.
the 140 title. I used to spar with him a lot. Um, I recently sparred with Regis Prograis when he was getting ready for Devin Haney. I sparred Tito Mercado. He's pretty good too. Um, those are some of the first guys that just come to my head who are
Yeah,
like
for a
known.
novice pro, that is pretty high level because those are obviously world level guys. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can only get better from that. So yeah,
Uh,
tell us, you're going to be in the 140 division for the Grand Prix tournament. Yeah, how did it come about that you got entered into this tournament?
I was scrolling through the Instagram and I saw that they were accepting applications or whatever.
Hmm.
And I was like, I gotta get on that. I gotta get in that, win that tournament. That's gonna be big. So I emailed them, they got back to me, and it just kind of went from there. And
Wow.
like at this point now it's like it it feels like surreal almost, that I'm gonna actually get to fly out there, fight on a big stage, show the world like what I'm really made of.
Yeah, that's extraordinary. And kudos to you. I mean, I've spoke to quite a few of the fighters already. Only a couple of you have done what you've done, i.e., you applied for yourself. Most of them, it's because their managers had contacts in the WBC. So kudos
Mm.
to you. You made it happen for yourself. So, um, but 140 pounds. It's a red hot division right now.
Yeah,
So on twofolds, you do well in this tournament. I mean, that catapults you right up there.
yeah,
And it's also the sort of because they're all like yourself, young, unbeaten, hungry. These ain't journeymen. These are all guys.
yeah,
You're all going to be looking to take each other's heads off. But that's the sort of fights you need to prepare yourself for those higher level fights later on.
exactly.
And you got the big platform. So
Hmm.
yeah, have you scoped out any of your potential opponents yet?
Um, just some of them, we my team and I have seen some of the opponents. But I'm feeling confident and really I know there's a pretty big list of the people in my weight class. I registered for this tournament like being ready to fight anyone at 140. I'm confident in what I can do at 140 and I feel like I have a really good chance of winning this and I'm confident that I will like win this tournament. So I'm just ready. I'm ready for anyone that they put in front of me and I'm ready for it.
That's fantastic. Yeah, and with your background and the guys you've sparred with, I'm sure you absolutely should be confident in yourself. Um, Obviously, like most of us here in the UK, we've not seen you fight yet. What can we expect from you stylistically? What sort of fighter are you?
Um, High energy, like good work rate, good punch output. I'm a entertaining fighter to watch. Uh, good pressure, but also smart. good with my distance, good with my defense, but very active fighter.
All right, as you said, that'll make you have that crowd pleasing style that we
Uh-huh.
love. Who are some of the fighters that you have sort of grown up, trying to emulate some of your heroes?
I've got my coach says that I remind him of Salvador Sanchez.
Wow. Wow, Salvador Sanchez. Older viewers will remember, of course, one of the greatest featherweights ever. Would have been great if not for his untimely death. Are you of Mexican descent yourself?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. What's your family origins, if you don't mind?
My mom is from Croatia,
Hmm.
and then my dad is Iraqi Israeli.
Oh, right. Okay. A very unusual mix, but
Yeah,
I guess that's what they call Californication.
yeah.
So, hey, love to see it. All that genetic mix can only lead to something good in your case. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. From your time in the amateurs, did you just spend it in the United States? You never got to any of the international tournaments?
Just in the US.
Yeah, because what this is going to be new in terms of an experience for you. It's people
Yeah,
from all over the world. There's guys from like Asia, Africa, of course, Latin America, and of course, other Americans.
yeah.
So,
Uh,
any styles out there that you've not seen yet that you're thinking might be a challenge for you?
I mean, out here in California, a lot of foreigners like travel just to train here. So
Mhm.
I've seen like all different types of styles. I've sparred with guys who barely speak English from other countries, you know. Um, I'm very adjustable
Mhm.
according to who's in front of me. So I think obviously like I don't have a fight date and the opponent yet, but once I get the chance to see who I'm going up against, it shouldn't be much of a problem, you know. I'll just visualize, see what they do, look at some of their flaws, see what I could take advantage of, see what I need to be careful about, and just go from there. But as far as experience traveling to fight, we traveled out of the state to fight at the USA Boxing National tournaments, and I fought guys from other states. And I know it's a little different from the international scene, but I don't think it'll really get to me too much. If anything, an opportunity like this to fight on the big stage will only bring the best out of me.
Yeah, and anyway, like all of you fighters, you all bring something different. I spoke to some of the fighters on the tournament. There's some guys who've never had any amateur career. They just went straight into the
Uh-huh.
pros, and they sort of have had 10 rounders already. But then there's guys who
Yeah.
have international tournaments, and so hey, listen, that's what's beautiful about this tournament. It's just such a variety of you youngsters, and you all bring different experiences. Um, yeah, well, what do you make of the 140 pound scene at the moment? It's like I said, it's one of the hottest divisions, and
Yeah.
some of the lightweights, the 135 fighters, inevitably will move up. Um, Around those two weight classes, who are the top fighters for you?
Um, for me, I think that guy Gary Russell, who just won his title, he looks pretty good.
Hmm.
Obviously, you have Teofimo Lopez, who's gonna fight Arnold Barboza for his title. He's also a solid fighter. Um, did you also mention like the 147 pounders, or are you just
135,
talking one
yeah,
forty five?
135, the division below, because those guys usually move up.
Yeah, yeah. So from 140, I'd say like Lopez, Richardson, Hitchens, and Gary Russell. Those are the three champions, the three top guys right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
real high quality there. And I noticed, I don't know if box rec's accurate. You're 5'11", is that right?
Yeah,
So you've got a
I'm
fair
a
bit of height. So I think over the years you could easily go back to 147 and be
oh
effective
yeah.
there. Is that what you're thinking? sort of long
Yeah,
term?
when the time's right, I'm gonna move up in weight. Right now, I can make 140, so I'm gonna just stay here as long as I can, do as much as I can in this division, and from there, I'll move up to 147, and who knows, maybe even 154 in the future. We'll just see how my body develops and grows.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, though, plenty of business to take care of at 140 first, and you're still young, so
Mhm.
get that done first. Tell me, is there a dream opponent you've got for the next couple of years?
A dream opponent. I don't have a particular opponent, like a dream opponent that I really want to fight. I just want to do as much as I can in the sport.
Hmm.
So a dream opponent is just a title fight, unify the titles, and win all the belts, be at the top. That's really the dream, and it doesn't matter who I have to fight to get there,
Hmm.
and who I have to fight to to get that spot.
What about say a dream venue? Is there a particular iconic place you'd like to fight, or maybe in your hometown?
Staples Center and then T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Those are like two big dream venues. Madison Square Garden, obviously, and then heck, Saudi Arabia in itself. Like, I don't know about the exact venue where I'm gonna fight, but being able to fight there, I know they're doing a lot of big things with boxing, and that in itself is just a dream to be able to go over there, get that type of experience. I'm sure this tournament's gonna be streamed on a pretty big platform. It's gonna bring a lot of public eyes to me and the other fighters in this tournament. So this in itself, this tournament is a dream.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're going to be screened on DAZN, I believe the whole tournament is. I've been out there to Riyadh for a couple of their big fights. I tell you, the arenas are stunning. So yeah, you've got a great venue there. The crowds aren't there yet because obviously they don't have their own home fighters who are at that level yet. That'll
Hmm.
take a few years before, but they're building it. I think down the line that they'll get there. What's
Yeah.
the scene like in America? I remember when I was a kid, it was everything was America. Every fighter dreamed of going to Vegas or Madison Square Garden. It seems in the last sort of 10, maybe 20 years I don't know if it's declined or if it's just the rest of the world has almost caught up with America. Um, as you know, I'm sure you know the heavyweights. America no longer controls it. They used to.
Yeah.
How do you find it? Is boxing, as far as you can see, still really popular? Are the fans still really into it?
I think so. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really know anything about boxing up until I was 17, and I
Mhm.
started boxing from there. Like, heck, back when Mayweather and Pacquiao fought, I heard people at school talking about it, and I didn't know like what the hell they were talking about at the time.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, as far as a boxing fan, I'm like fairly new, only like maybe 7, 8 years into it. But I think it's like it's still big here. You obviously have UFC too, which is I think the more common people are like exposed to UFC and know a little more about that than boxing. But the boxing community and boxing fan base here is still strong.
Mhm. Well, it's good to know. I mean, I still maintain America is still got the greatest tradition in the sport, so we need you guys invested.
Yeah.
Um, So yeah, and just tell us a bit about Joseph outside of boxing. Yeah, do you have other interests? Yeah, like you said, you have a part-time job as well. Yeah, but what else does Joseph Abudi like doing other than punching guys in the
Um,
face?
I mean, these days I'm pretty busy with just like training and training work and like teaching classes, but I like to like read books, listen to audiobooks, spend time with my family, watch movies. I like dancing. I like music. I'm into meditation. I like that, just like simple things like that. My main focus and interest is boxing. That's what like really keeps me going. That's kind of what I live for. But yeah, I mean, I'm just a normal person outside of that. Like I enjoy hanging out with friends. I really value the time I have with my family, and that's just about it.
Uh, very good balance, just what a fighter needs.
Hmm.
Can't go too off track when you want to be a fighter.
Yeah.
Um, all right, Joseph. It has been fantastic introducing you to the fans. Is there anything you want to add?
Um, hey, just don't count me out. Keep an eye out for me. I'm sh just you're not gonna want to miss my fights. So just watch me and you'll see what I'm capable of at the tournament.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see it. Joseph Abudy, representing the United States in the WBC Grand Prix inaugural tournament in Riyadh. Joseph, thanks for your time. We will
Thank
see
you.
you fighting in a month, and hopefully we'll have another catch up after that.
Awesome. Thank you.